Okay, so Newcastle save, and right this second, I'm playing the game, and we might be about to sign a genuine world superstar, an actual elite player might be about to sign. If I can pull off one or two things, it's deadline day. I'm going to show you what I'm up to. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Newcastle Save, episode number 7, I think, now. And before I tell you everything that's been going on over the course of the streams over the weekend and all the progress I've made in the save, we're going to jump into it live on deadline day in January of season number 2. And I'm going to show you what I'm up to. This is the current predicament, the current situation. Joelinton is about to go out on loan to Crystal Palace. Now, I'm very sorry, Joelinton fans. I love him. I promise you, I do love him. I feel like I'm just defending how much I like some of these Newcastle players as I sell them. But he's just not that great in FM. And there's a greater good at play here. I'm going to loan him out to Crystal Palace. I've just confirmed it. They are going to pay his wages. They're going to sign him for £8 million afterwards. His contract is, I think, only a year away from expiring at the end of this year. So I think it makes sense to let him go. And as I mentioned, there's a greater good at play here. Let me go to the transfers and show you some other things that are happening, which is this right here. Jude Bellingham, I think he might be about to sign. He's very interested. I think we're about to raise the money. When Joelinton goes out, we should have enough wage budget to move across to here to make it so we've got enough money. And I just need to sort out his contract talks. And I think we might be about to sign Jude Bellingham. Can you see now why I've decided to let Joelinton go? This, I think, Jude coming in, who is already being a hero at the World Cup for England at the moment, I think he takes us to that next level. And I think now is the time to pull the trigger on it and actually try and bring him in. Because I'm going to get into it in a second. We've had a bit of an up and down season so far. The 4th place, which is the bare minimum, I think. I think we even talked about we should really be going for a title challenge this year, right? That seems a little bit up in the air. Let me show you the Premier League table. We are 4th, but it's very tight. We have got Manchester City 2 points ahead of us, Manchester United on the same points, and Arsenal right there behind us as well. It's by no means a given that we're going to finish in this top 4, meaning if we finish 5th, I don't think Jude Bellingham wants to sign for us then, meaning I think now is the time to strike. Now is the time to try and bring him in. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to sell Charlie MacArthur for £1 million. We're going to loan out Joelinton. And I've also, this is also big news, in this window, I've decided to sell Alan Saint-Maximin. Now, I think a few of you probably predicted this to happen maybe a little bit sooner than this, because I talked about him not being that effective last season. He actually he was unhappy, then he became happy again, and then he actually started to have a bit of an impact this year. But he had massive wages and £35 million from Arsenal. I decided I couldn't really say no for a player that had only played 10 games, right? I've decided to cash in. Again, it's the greater good. Jude Bellingham is hopefully going to join. When I press continue here, it should. We've got 5 hours left of this deadline day. Actually, we've got a game in the middle of it as well. So I'm going to have to go and play a game and hope that this works. We should now. There goes Joelinton. We should be able to offer a contract here to Jude Bellingham. Let me go into these contract talks here and see how they go. Also, whoa. Stop. I just need to say as well, thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers on the channel. You guys who are still watching a series like this, you know, what, seven episodes in, you guys are the real OGs. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for hitting our latest goal of 30,000. Let's aim higher. Let's aim for 35, 40,000 subscribers from here. But I did want to just pause and just say thank you so much. If you haven't already subscribed, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well. But I did just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for the ongoing support. It truly, truly is appreciated. Let's get back into these contract talks. I feel like I've put a lot of pressure on trying to sign Bellingham here. I feel like it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal. Also, let me know, how do you feel about this as transfer business? Should I have let Joelinton go? Should I have let Alan Saint-Maximin go? I think it's worth it for Bellingham, but do let me know in those comments down below. I'm willing to go toe-to-toe with you in those comments. But yeah, all right, let's get back into these contract talks. Okay, so he wants around about, what did he say? 130 to 180k. We need to be a bit careful here because we do have to adjust the budgets. We've got 345. We need to get it to 82. By the way, 82 million was the release clause on this. We are quite tight on this. We've got 4 million left over, and obviously some of that needs to go into wages. I think I'm going to offer the wages first. then adjust the budgets, and hopefully it should all work out. But it's quite tight in there, so we need to maybe try and keep these contract talks as low as possible. We can also ask James Maddison to endorse the move as well. But let's go into it. Start negotiations. He wants important player and to improve the training facilities. I think we're already improving the training facilities. That's something I've got going. By the way, Newcastle's facilities are not good on the game. I've been constantly trying to improve them. It reminds me, actually, here's the youth intake preview. Shocking. They have been both seasons now, and I am trying to improve those youth facilities as well because they definitely need improving. Okay, important player. We can go with that. Also, I like the A+ recommendation here. Sign Bellingham as a priority. Good. I'm going to as a priority. He wants 160k a week. He also wants a minimum fee release clause, which I don't love the idea of. I guess we try and make this really big. Or do you know what? Let's try and remove it. That might mean he wants a bit more money, but let's try and bring the wage down and remove that. Let's try and... Okay, I was going to say, how patient is the agent? I feel like Mark might flip out at any second here because that is maybe the lowest patience I've ever seen from an agent. We need to be a bit careful. This £7 million signing on fee as well worries me because of our tight budget that we're working with. I think we can do this though. Let's not panic. I'm panicking a little bit. Let's not panic. Relegation release clause. They love one of those, don't they? Let's give him 135, but also maybe when he plays 30 games, maybe we'll give him that bigger wage. We can afford a bigger wage. Do I need to? I'm only really keeping it low because of the budget that we're working with. We actually can afford a pretty big wage, right? He wants 160, so there it is. Do you reckon he goes with that? I don't think that's terrible. Does it say how much this costs? Future budget costs 7.97. Cost for the current season is 82 million. So we can afford this like this because we've got 86. He likes it. Jude's very close to agreeing to join. We got rid of the relegation. I mean, there is a sell-on fee percentage there of 10%, but I feel like that's holding a lot of weighting in this negotiation. I think we had to go with that. So let's finalize that. It should be something that we can do. We might as well get James Maddison to chat to him and get him to convince him. Incredibly interested. This is good. We are a Champions League team, remember. This, I think, as I talked about before with the league table as it is, this is the time to strike. Strike while the iron is hot. Strike while you're currently a Champions League team. I will update you on everything that's happened in the save since the start of this season as well, by the way, since last episode, because it's been up and down, as I mentioned. But what I want to do before that is see if we can get this deal over the line. I do need to adjust the budgets. He should come straight back to us, actually, with only 4 hours left here. He's not going to need a work permit because he's English. This might happen immediately. There is something happening here. We've got... I'm trying to sell a few other... Delayed. Adjust budgets. Okay, that I was terrified. We can adjust the budgets, and that means we can confirm Jude Bellingham as a Newcastle player... £83 million in total. That is a bargain, though, for Jude Bellingham. Have a look at this profile. Wow, look at the 20 determination. Look at the technique, the work rate, the flair, the bravery. We've got a lot of midfielders. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's Jude Bellingham. We've already got Joe. Now we're going to get Jude. It's something we had to do. There's also a loan bid for Dylan Stevenson. Do you know what? Let's just ask for $1 million and see if we can sell him, because I think somebody offered that and he rejected it before. Also, Murphy. I mean, were you taking for $1 million? No? Okay, I'm just going to see. I want it to see it confirmed. If you do want to watch this save live, we are live streaming it over on Twitch every weekend morning, 10 a.m. twitch.tv/Clayts. We're playing this save live. We've made loads of progress, played basically half of a season. We're going to do that every weekend, and then this update midweek video will come out as well to keep you guys on YouTube up to date as well. We're going to continue this. It's also going to be the way that this works for the new series, which is going to be our long-term save, which is going to be Worcester City. So a bit of a lower league English save. We're going to take them hopefully to the very, very top, like I've done with Hereford in the past and with Malvern in the past. So get yourself ready for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and it will be very similar over on Twitch, but also lots of regular updates and videos on YouTube as well. That's my plan. Is Jude Bellingham a player? A Newcastle player? He is! Jude Bellingham is a Newcastle player. We've spent big money. We've sacrificed ASM. We've sacrificed Joel Linton, but there he is, the number 0. In fact, we can give him his number, can't we? Can I do that now? No? I can ask Trippier to welcome him. I'm sure we'll give him a number afterwards. Jude Bellingham is a Newcastle player, and I am over the moon with that. What a signing. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. But what a signing. Let me update you on how things have gone then. Okay then, so as I mentioned, lots of progress has been made since last episode over the course of this weekend streams. Last episode, we played this match here with Manchester United, the 2-2 draw away from home, a late Matthias Tell goal, and he sort of made that a habit, or continued the habit of late goals as well, because he's our Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Matthias Tell is what we're calling him. Not sure that nickname is gonna catch on. In fact, I do need a good pun to go with telling the time and it being the late goals. I'm sure the YouTube comments can do better than the Twitch chat for that one anyway. Either way, since then, these are the matches that we have played. It looks on the surface, I like how we're still in deadline day as well. That's why we've got this yellow skin on the go. It's fine. We're going to carry on. It looks on the surface like some decent results, doesn't it, from here? Down past Atletico, Spurs, Villa 0-0 draw, which isn't too bad, in November, then into December. It gets a little bit rocky later on, doesn't it? If we go through, we beat Atletico, we beat Spurs. We did go through our Champions League group, by the way. Wins against Atletico 3-2. We beat Sporting after losing our first game against those. If we just isolate those Champions League results, first of all, a draw with Inter was enough to see us through in the Champions League. And then this happened. Yeah, of course we drew Real Madrid. Of course we drew Real Madrid. It was always going to happen. It feels scripted. It did happen. That's going to be a tough tie, isn't it, for the next round of the Champions League? Either way, it's good that we've got through. The board expect us to get to the knockouts. We've got to the knockouts. And then, yeah, look at these results. We beat Sheffield United, a really good win, 5-1. We were beating the teams we were expecting to win. We did lose to West Ham here, which was just really poor, really. A 1-0 win, Declan Rice with the goal. But then the rest of December was pretty good. We beat Everton 3-0. We beat West Ham in the Carabao Cup quarters. Got to the semis, by the way. We beat Leeds. We beat Bournemouth, who, again, the games that you'd expect to win. Elliot Anderson scored his first goal for the club then, by the way. He's since gone out on loan. We've sent him to Stuttgart. So he's playing in the Bundesliga, which I think is quite cool. So he looks really good. I was playing him coming off the bench a fair bit, but then I thought, do you know what? First team football. How many games did he end up playing? 5 matches, look, 1 goal. I thought actually first team football is maybe what he needs right now. So we've sent him to Stuttgart. And then this is really what I want to talk to you about. Then it gets a bit rocky. January wasn't fun. In fact, November wasn't fun. A lot of players got very upset with me because I wasn't playing them in enough matches. There was Moan-vember, as we called it. Then December, a few people complaining too, wanted to go out on loan. And then maybe because of this disruption, January's been tough. Maybe teams have worked out how to play against us, but there were some weird matches. This Wolves game here just felt like we were going to lose the match. I mean, look at this goal this own goal from Scalvini. I mean, he runs through him. He's the first player in history to score an own goal off their liver. I mean, this just sums it up. We did beat Middlesbrough 6-0, which was good. They were bottom of the league. Then we lost to Palace 2-1 away from home. We were struggling away from home. We beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup first leg. Beat Birmingham in the third round of the FA Cup. But then we lose to Liverpool in the away leg. It was maybe likely to happen at Anfield. But again, some weird goals in this. We felt like I was a bit unlucky. And then, yeah, we're out of the Carabao Cup in the semi-finals. Again, not a big deal, but it did feel like a good chance to win some silverware this year. Then we drew to Southampton, a game that we dominated and should have won. And then most recently, at least most recently, we have got ourselves a nice win, a 2-0 win with Brentford, even with 10 men. But it's been rocky. It's not been amazing. If I show you the team, we are still going with this, or I have still been going with this 4-2-3-1, as I will show you here. In fact, let me pick probably the best 11 now, although that's going to change now with Jude Bellingham coming in. He looks nice in this team now. It probably will be this, actually. And yeah, it's not been the best time in January. I'm hoping we've been through it now, and I am experimenting and wondering whether we change it again. Maybe teams have worked it out. Maybe we go back to the 4-3-3, but the 4-2-3-1 for most of the season's been really useful. Maybe we do keep it with Bellingham. I'm not sure, but have a look at some of the player stats on here. Look, maybe my best performers. Maddison's been really useful in behind the strikers. Isak's been good. Probably my best performer of the season so far is Matthias Tell, who's got 7 starts, but 11 goals. 16 appearances, all competitions, or as a sub there, but 11 matches, or 11 goals in those games. Coming off the bench and scoring quite a lot. He's been maybe the most impressive player. Looking at him, do you think he needs to be starting right now? He might. I mean, I don't think he's far away. He's 18 and he's this good, developing nicely. I do wonder whether we try and get him into the team fairly soon, maybe for next season. Maybe that means we could go and sell Isak, I'm not sure. Maybe it's a bit soon for that because he is still our top goal scorer with 18. But yeah, maybe the 4-2-3-1, maybe the 4-3-3. I'm flirting with the idea of both of them at the moment. We'll see how Jude Bellingham can fit into this. I do also need to show you, though, we have actually signed one other player and I think sold another player too. We've signed Valentin Barco as a backup left back, as our rotation option at left back, because for £4 million, by the way, bargain. I mean, go and have a look at him in your saves. He's 19 with a bit of potential too. 4 million, so cheap. Because we did sell Matt Target, who was unhappy, wanted to leave. We sold him for 12 million to Marseille. I don't think that's a bad deal at all. And also, I forgot, I need to tell you this as well. Joe Willock has also gone, £32 million. He, again, was another player that came to me and asked to leave. I love Joe Willock. I'm saying it again, Newcastle fans. I'm sorry. I'm selling all the players, but you know when they get unhappy in game and then you realise you can replace them with better players? It's sort of what's happening here. 32 million to Brentford. I kind of couldn't say no to that, could I? But he's moved on. Anderson, I talked about, has gone out on loan. Target has moved on too. We brought in Barco to replace them. And I think that's you guys up to date, really. Again, as always, if you have questions about anything to do with this save, I would love to answer them either in the Discord. There is a Newcastle channel in our Discord, or in the comment section down below. If you want me to post some screenshots and things, I'm happy to link some Giazzos and things to show you what's going on in the save. Please do fire away those questions. But yeah, that's where we are right now. With 16 matches to play, we're still going to go for these top 4 spots. Maybe hopefully challenge, but Liverpool look really good. Maybe get a little bit closer to the top here. If we can just solidify in this top 4, it'd be great, but it's so tight. It's nip and tuck in there, look. Arsenal right there, Manchester United on the same points as us, and we've still got to go and play quite a few of those teams. Wolves are on deadline day in a second, then Manchester United next, then Liverpool. It's a tricky run. Then, I know, Real Madrid coming up in the Champions League knockouts as well. It's a tricky run and a really difficult end to the season with Arsenal, City and Chelsea. I mean, what do you predict is going to happen from here? With this as the situation, with some tough games coming up, do you think we can get that top 4? Let me know in the comments, but I think we'll leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. Massively, massively appreciate it. It means a lot to me, so thank you for that. But most importantly, have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching today. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Jude Bellingham. Ooh.